So why is social impact now more important than ever? In a constantly changing world, we have to come again to our nature, to be humans, human beings again. And we are going to talk about cooperation and how this is going to help us to face our crisis, our current crisis. We have here Ángel Pérez Ajenjo, who today is going to talk us about social impact trends and why is impact the new black. Hello, Ángel.
Hi, lady. Hi, everyone.
And we have also Guillermo Gauna-Vivas, whose project is Ayúdame3D, and he is a real social impact entrepreneur, and he's going to tell us about his project. And finally, I will do a call to action for you to generate social impact through entrepreneurship. So, Ángel, if you want to start and
Sure.
tell us what are the social impact trends now.
Thanks a lot. Hi, everyone. I'm here trying to convince you all that impact and social impact is the new black. And I'll try to give you answers and defend why this is a trend that is here to stay and to stay for very long. Well, just look around our planet, our society, the inequalities we're facing, the lack of inclusive growth more than ever than we'll ever have. And that's why impact, meaning social and environmental impact, has never been more valuable, more needed, and why not potentially more rewarding and fulfilling for each one of you, considering it as part of your future professional career. In order to do so, I'm going to try to help you by going back on your own impact journey and going back a few years on where you've been and also on what you've been doing. In our company, Transcendent, we try to help companies to go and move faster on their own impact journey. We try to make them stop doing the traditional things considered as sustainable or impactful and try to move it to the core of their business. Try to get rid of the old beliefs that traditional companies have been having for many years, understanding that impact didn't have anything to do with their core business, that it was not material for them, and what we're trying is to speed up that evolution of their business into the future, incorporating impact. Because at the end of the day, this can be a competitive advantage. But let's talk about yourselves. Think about yourselves 3-4 years ago. Of course, we are all multifaceted. Think about yourself as a citizen. Where were you 3 years ago? Where were your routines on recycling? How aware were you of not doing that properly? Think about yourself as a consumer. How was it on the brands you prefer? Where were your travel routines? Which were the products that you used to buy? Think about food. Think about transportation. Think about your coffee shop, what you used to eat, what you used to drink, which type of disposals did you used to get. Things are moving and are moving very fast. Now, moving more into the professional side. If you're still studying, which is a sensitivity around social impact and environmental impact that is today versus the one that was 3-4 years ago. If you're working, are you aware of the challenges and the wishes you would like to have from your employer of being more sensible towards the social and environmental realities we're facing? If you could choose, what would be the company that would you like to apply to work for 3 years ago versus the one to have today? If you want to start your own business, were you incorporating impact, thinking about your startup at the core of what you're doing? I hope that your answer on all the questions is that over the last 3 years, this has been moving so quickly that you need to start considering putting impact at the center of what you do. And in the middle of this journey, we got COVID. What is the effect for COVID? How is it affecting impact entrepreneurship, social impact, and the environment overall? Unfortunately, some companies will not be able to progress and to move forward, but for those companies that will stay, some might embrace it as a strategic lever. I mean, we see how the content of these 3 days is incorporating sustainability and impact. This can be a strategic decision to make companies succeed and flourish. On the other hand, The reality of COVID might make some companies basically wait until regulation obliges them to understand impact at the core of what they do. But what about yourself? How do you see COVID making you move, considering impact at the core of what you do? As I said, if you want to be the next unicorn, if you have a startup, is it only that you want to be valued $1 billion US? As Sir Ronald Cohen used to say, wouldn't the next unicorn be the company that can make an impact on 1 billion people? Is there a way to start measuring impact properly? Can this be a true competitive advantage? This trend is unstoppable and irreversible. This is the time for you. I hope, and I know that most of you watching this, you have a high level of curiosity. This is a time to make your curiosity actionable. This is a time to make impact actionable. Things are going to be more specific, more material. We are close to the days when impact is going to be properly measured. And this is not science fiction. There are initiatives already in the world that value companies because of the impact they make. Initiatives like B Corp, certifying companies that are best for the world, fantastic initiatives around the impact management program, who are able to quantify and to monetize the net impact that companies make. This is becoming a trend, and it's up to each one of you, moving from your curiosity to be able to actionate it, to succeed on making impact part of your future. This is the time. This is the time to make impact at the core of your activities. Whether you want to succeed in the future, there is an opportunity to embrace that properly. And we clearly believe that impact is already the new black and a new trend that is here to stay. Companies in the future will make profit and will also make successful impact on the societies and the environment they make. So make impact real on the way you operate.
Thank you, Ángel, for being so inspiring. Now we are going to, well, Guillermo is going to talk, and just tell us, please, about Ayúdame3D, your project.
Okay, thank you very much for having me here. I'm going to talk about Ayúdame3D, which is, I'm founder of Ayúdame3D, and I'm here to talk about impact. What is impact? Impact is many things. For example, in my childhood, impact should be Digimon. For me, it was the most impact in my childhood. But right now, for example, is One Piece. I really like One Piece, and they give me a lot of impact in my life. But we are here to talk about social impact. For example, social impact, for me, was in the beginning of my life, I started to have a lot of impact, as I say, with my cartoons, and learn about how to improve my life and have a normal life, right? So I start talking about something that I love to talk. It's about myself. This is me and my projects. I started with a 3D printer. I started to learn how it works, and I started to apply to many projects that I take on internet. For example, I started with the arms, which I say, okay, I think this is a really huge project to make it worldwide. But also I apply to many other projects. For example, Chemobox, which is a cover for chemotherapy process for children on Spain, giving like a protection with a superhero symbols to having like a colorful situation in their places. But also I was product manager of a toy company, which I made many toys, and also with all this career, all these journeys during my years of like an adult, I started to show how these years, this path, give me the opportunity to know how to make impact, and also to try to show to people how to stretch and how to try to have impact in their lives. So let's continue with Ayúdame3D. This starts with a problem. We realized that more than 100 million of people has no arms, and 83 million of these people has no resources to have a normal device to help them in their routine. But this is not, I mean, this we think that it's only happened not in Spain, but this is a problem also in Spain, because 90,000 people in Spain, for example, has no arm. So we realized about this problem, and we wanted to make a solution. The solution is the tres disease, because our mission is giving devices for arms, like hands or arms, to people with no arms to improve their routine. We create the tres disease, which is arm for people, for example, Nelly, which is an arm for people with no fingers, Mary, which is a device for people with no wrist, and our innovation, it doesn't exist anything like that in like 4 years ago, is the tres disease Vicky, which is a device for people with no elbow. This is also a really innovation because we give it for free. I think this is a good innovation also in this world. Right now, after 4 or 5 years, we are giving it 150 devices in 50 countries around the globe. We started in Kenya, giving five devices in 4 years ago, and this is a really impact in our path, you know, because I continuing like 2 years ago. I was continuing in my job of making toys, and I continue this project in my free time. So I decided to quit everything and continue with this, and that's why we started to increase, because I realized I had to continue with that, just with that. But not only, as I said in the beginning, not only making devices for people with no arms. I mean, giving devices for people who need it with our technology. If I know our technology, I want to use it for help people. That's why, for example, in the pandemic, in March to May, we stopped everything to make a mask, shield mask, face mask, sorry, to people, to professionals who was working during these terrible months. And we gave like 2,200 devices, me and all the volunteers in Ayúdame3D, to try to help in a small way, but trying to help. All these projects give us the opportunity to appear in many media, have all the support of many institutions, and also have a lot of recognition and awards. Give us the opportunity to be shown. I mean, to be, if someone needs us, they know how to find us. Thanks to this opportunity to appear in media, have these awards. So this was really important for our project. Finally, we realized we cannot stop just making devices for people who need it. We have to show to people how to learn to help. So that's why we create, for example, projects in schools like Helping, Aprendiendo a Ayudar, which is a project to any school in Spain, which have models of 3D design, 3D printed, to learn how to make projects to help people to have a better life. So we started with this, and this have some awards and recognition, like the Ayuntamiento de Madrid recognized this like a innovation this year. So we are really happy for that. And also, we don't stop it just in childhood. We start also with companies, help them to understand how much impact technology can be in their jobs, also in their lives. So we also make this kind of team building projects or conference, talks, speech, and also like I say, they can sponsor our social projects. So we are really happy also for this small project inside of Ayúdame3D. Finally, to sum up, impact. What is the impact of Ayúdame3D right now? Giving a better life to these people who has no arm, giving also the opportunity to have better jobs, giving them also the opportunity to have a better schooling, because sometimes children who have no arms have no opportunity to go to schools. And finally, reduce the inequality and discrimination. But we thought that was this was just our impact. But no, we realized during the path to this goal, we have also impact in many places. For example, in the schools, that we show how to learn, how to improve our skills to help people. If you have an idea, just do it to help your neighbor or another a person in the other side of the world. Also, we create 3D labs in different countries. For example, this is in Kenya. We teach them to this 3D design and 3D printed to help people in their territory. We also have the opportunity to talk with influencers with more than 1 million followers, to show to the followers that help is too easy not to do. And also have the collaboration and social alliance with another entities like the Army of Spain, which try to find people and try to help them with our devices. So this is also a huge impact in Ayúdame3D. Because we do it because helping is too easy to not to do. And that's why we want to show them to everyone that Ayúdame3D is not only just for people with no arms who need a device for help them. It's just for everyone who wants to join, who wants to follow us, who has a school and wants to teach them how to make everything better, and also the companies who wants to make it better with their employees and wants to help us to make a better world. So thank you very much for listening to us, and thank you for having me here.
So thank you, Guillermo, for being so inspiring. Well, now I want to introduce to the audience to a question, no? What world do you want to see in 50 years? I think, one moment. So here we are. I repeat the question. What world do you want to see in 50 years? This question can take you to a dreamy world where there is an egalitarian society and a healthy planet. But this is not going to happen if we don't work for it. It is a question that not only concerns governments or big companies, of course it does, but it also concerns all of us. It concerns you. The current COVID crisis is accelerating a revolution, the next revolution, an impact revolution. Why? Because we have too many challenges to face. Some are health, starvation, inequality, homelessness, global warming, and these are only a few examples. We encounter everyday social and environmental problems. So, what can we do as an individuals to face all these challenges? Because capitalism is a system that has served us for a long time, but it needs a radical change. And philanthropy or traditional philanthropy, it is very helpful, but it's not a solution anymore. As I told you, what can we do? Well, today I want to introduce you to the social impact entrepreneur concept. We have seen Guillermo as a social impact entrepreneur concept. Also, Ángel has told us about big companies with social impact. But I know many of you are students, or maybe you are starting your career or want to make a change on your career. And I would like you to think about social impact entrepreneurship and if it is an option for you. The Unlimited Network has supported more than 15,000 entrepreneurs around the world. And here in UnLtd Spain, we have been working with entrepreneurs for more than 5 years. Of course, we haven't done this alone. We have a lot of partners that have supported us. For example, Bank of America, who is our corporate partner and has supported us for more than 3 years, also Lili España or Edmond de Rothschild Foundations. And during this process, working together with entrepreneurs in our accelerating programs, we have discovered, or we have seen 6 key elements in every social impact entrepreneur. The first one is non-conformity. If you want to be a social impact entrepreneur, you have to question reality. Find a solution for what you don't like. Do not conform with what is pre-established. The point number 2 is proactivity. Of course, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to take action to generate the change you want to see in the world. you are going to need resilience. It's a very important quality in every entrepreneur, because although entrepreneurship is a really great experience, it's also a very complicated one. Maybe one of the most important ingredients is passion. You need to find the reason behind your project, what is moving you inside to really move on. Also, self-confidence. You have to believe in yourself, because you are going to find a lot of problems and you can't give up. You have to move on. And last but not least, innovation. Of course, you want to make a social impact project, you have to do it, but you also need to introduce something new. You have to be innovative. Because if something has shown us, the social impact entrepreneurs, is that they have an innovative business that delivers social impact. And I think they are the proof that you can combine financial and social impact returns. So, being a social impact entrepreneur is also a very lonely experience. What I want you to know is that you can find support. So ask for support, because it's not something easy. I mean, I want you to think if this is something for you, but I'm not going to lie, it's not an easy path. So, for example, Guillermo is now in Emprending Health, that in the 5th edition of Emprending Health, a program we have for social impact startups in health with Lili España. And in the last 5 years, we have been working in this program. More than the 95% of the startups that have worked with us are still alive, and this is incredible. So, I think you have a lot of accelerators, incubators, programs next to you. Ask for support. But we really need your passion at the service, your passion and your talent for the service of a change in the world. You have a role in the impact revolution, so be a game changer, because we are waiting for you. The world is waiting for you. And I think that was all I have to say. Thank you, Guillermo from Ayúdame3D. Thank you, Ángel from Transcendent. And yes, we hope you enjoy this.
Thank you.